Ferrari's terrible Barcelona Grand Prix is going to have serious consequences on the team as early as this week when the F1 caravan moves to Austria. The Scuderia is having a tough time and it's about to get tougher as one of their main guys will depart and join a rival. How will this affect the team and will they bounce back? The 2024 Spanish Grand Prix, the 10th round of the Formula 1 Championship, can be summarised as follows. Ferrari underperformed, McLaren had a chance to win, and Red Bull secured victory. Mercedes confirmed its resurgence, though with a bit more luck and without the miscommunication between Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz on lap 2. The SF-24 number 16 could have beaten both Mercedes cars. It was undoubtedly an intriguing weekend at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Max Verstappen once again demonstrated his remarkable race management skills, a testament to his ability, especially compared to his Red Bull teammate in the same car. Lando Norris squandered another opportunity while Oscar Piastri suffered due to a poor qualifying session and McLaren's inexperience for fighting for race wins. Lewis Hamilton outperformed his Mercedes teammate, securing a well-deserved third place and silencing many critics. George Russell showed his talent but is still maturing. Ferrari had a rough weekend, starting poorly and only improving slightly. The Spanish Grand Prix provided insights into two key development areas: tyre management and pit stop timing, especially in the first stint with the softest tyre compound. Verstappen was the fastest in the first stint, managing tyre degradation similar to Sainz and Hamilton. Despite using DRS, Norris couldn't overtake Russell, limiting McLaren's potential. Ferrari's strategy for Leclerc initially aimed for a single pit stop with hard tyres, but was revised to medium tyres for better pace, causing Leclerc to lose time due to excessive tyre management. The low degradation in the central section of the race allowed drivers to maintain tyre performance until the second stop. Verstappen and Norris had cars that handled better in the corners, reducing lap times. Norris achieved negative degradation, significantly improving his pace towards the end of the stint to catch Verstappen. The two Mercedes drivers maintained their starting positions, with Hamilton benefiting from the soft compound's quick activation with a low fuel load. Russell and Sainz, using hard tyres, struggled to reach the optimal temperature window. This struggle allowed Leclerc to close in on Russell, but he needed one more lap to attempt an overtake. In an interview with Sky Sports at the end of the race, a disappointed Frédéric Vasseur tried to analyse what had happened, starting with the contact at the start between the two drivers, which partially compromised their chase for the podium. It was a small contact, but we didn't lose anything in that phase of the race. We were 5th and 6th. At a certain point with the strategy, we found ourselves behind some cars because we were all close together. We lost a few seconds and I think we were just one lap short of catching Russell. In the end, we started 5th and 6th and finished 5th and 6th, the French manager pointed out. For me, the conclusion is that we need to do a better job on Saturday. Yesterday, it was a difference of 2.5 tenths in qualifying, and today we suffered almost the same gap. Considering 67 laps, we finished 20 seconds behind. The weekend at Circuit de Catalunya highlighted the current standings. McLaren is competitive with Red Bull, which won due to superior strategy and driver performance. McLaren lacks the confidence, though, to consistently fight for victories, a potential improvement in future races. Ferrari continues to struggle with pace and tyre management, likely due to limited understanding of new updates. The SF-24 has untapped potential, though, that might be realised on faster circuits like Austria's Red Bull Ring, hosting the next round in Spielberg. The saying, "whoever is fast on the Barcelona track is fast almost everywhere," holds true. However, the 2024 Spanish Grand Prix was a disaster for Ferrari. After Leclerc's win in Monaco, high hopes for Barcelona were dashed as the SF-24 was only the 4th fastest car. This situation could be indicative for most of the season. Leclerc's Monaco victory, initially seen as a championship triumph, quickly turned into a huge illusion with a disappointing performance in Montreal. As Ferrari heads to the Austrian Grand Prix, it faces a critical weekend with limited practice time and immediate focus on sprint qualifying. According to Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur, they must adapt to changing conditions at the Red Bull Ring. Fans await the second part of Ferrari's aerodynamic update at the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. Further failures might leave Vasseur unable to claim satisfaction with the factory's work and the direction of the 2024 campaign. But the bad news doesn't end there for Ferrari, as they lose out on another important figure in the team, which is Enrico Cardile, Ferrari's technical director, who has accepted an offer from Aston Martin after a series of persuasive calls convinced him to join Lawrence Stroll's team. Tuscan engineer Enrico Cardile began his journey with Ferrari during his aerospace engineering thesis in 2002, eventually joining the company in 2005. His career at Ferrari took off in Gran Turismo, where he designed cars like the 458 Italia GT2 and GT3 and the 488 GTE and GT3. In 2016, he moved to the racing department known as SF as head of aero development and became vehicle project manager the following year. Enrico Cardile became part of the team working to revive Ferrari during the challenging early years of the power unit era. His efforts, marked by both successes and setbacks, have led to victories for Maranello and put Ferrari in the fight for more, despite strong competition from Red Bull and McLaren. Over time, Cardile gained increasing authority and respect within the former GES. When Mattia Binotto became team principal, Cardile not only oversaw the chassis department, but also became the de facto technical director, officially assuming the role of chassis and aerodynamics technical director with the arrival of Frédéric Vasseur last year. The man to replace him will be Loic Serra, a man poached by Ferrari from Mercedes a while ago. Although appointed as head of chassis performance engineering, the French engineer will assume many of the current technical director's responsibilities and play a crucial role in designing the 2025 and especially the 2026 car, the year when new technical regulations will come into force. According to a press release published by Ferrari on May 13th, Loic Serra will coordinate the work of various departments, including track engineering, aero development, aero operations, and vehicle performance. Taking a technical director from one team, especially someone as experienced as Enrico Cardile, and moving him to Aston Martin is a significant move. It's a big coup for Aston Martin to pull this off, and it seems to weaken Ferrari on paper. However, given Ferrari's management under Frédéric Vasseur, bringing in new personnel and making strategic acquisitions like signing Lewis Hamilton, means it all might be part of their broader plan. There are rumours that Cardile was offered the team principal role at Aston Martin, which could mean Mike Crack might step aside, but it's debatable if this is the best idea, since we've seen how engineers like Matteo Binotto struggled as team principals. Cardile might face a similar challenge. Having multiple high-profile figures like Vasseur, Newey and Cardile in one team could lead to potential clashes. While this could bring together immense talent, it might also create conflicts in decision-making. Ferrari's approach indicates they are preparing for significant changes to position themselves strongly for future championships. If Ferrari wasn't confident in their new direction, they might have fought harder to keep Cardile, potentially matching Aston Martin's offer. Instead, they might be focusing their resources on bringing in top talent like Newey. This suggests that Ferrari is willing to let Cardile go to make room for Newey's arrival, assuming they believe this will benefit the team more in the long run. The timing of Enrico Cardile's official departure from Ferrari remains uncertain, especially with the SF-24 still in its development phase following the latest updates introduced in Barcelona, and with a second package to be completed in Silverstone. A third package is expected around the final third of the championship. It is likely Ferrari will allow Enrico Cardile to complete the 2024 car development program before he leaves the team in the summer and begins a lengthy gardening leave. However, the exact duration of his inactivity remains unknown. What do you think? Is Ferrari opening the door to Adrian Newey joining? Let us know down in the comments below, and we'll see you soon in the next video.